Today I'm going to compare the Adio to the Tren Maya. On this trip, I am comparing going from Playa del Carmen to Merida or Merida back to Playa del Carmen. So how long does it take to get from Playa del Carmen to Merida? On the Adio, it's about 4.5 hours. On the Tren Maya, I did a full video right up here, and it covers everything you need to know when you're taking the Tren Maya from Playa del Carmen to Merida or Merida to Playa del Carmen. So because the station is way outside of Playa del Carmen and way outside of Merida for the Tren Maya, obviously the trip is going to take a lot longer. We also stopped in Cancun, took about an hour and 20 minutes. But if we drop the layover, it's taking about a little over 5 hours to go from Playa del Carmen to Merida on the Tren Maya. When you're coming from Merida to Playa del Carmen, you're probably going to want to go to the beach. And that brings me to the location of the stations. So when you're wanting to go from Merida to Playa del Carmen, you're going to want to get to the station. Well, the station for Adio is in the city. It's Paseo 60 or Paseo 60 versus Merida Teja. So Paseo 60 is in the city center and Merida Teja is 45 minutes out of the city center. So you tack on that time just to get to your transportation. Now you're in Playa del Carmen. The Adio station, there's two. There's Alterna and Turista. Alterna is on 20th Ave and Turista is on 5th Ave and literally steps to the beach. The station for Tren Maya Playa del Carmen is about 20 minutes that way, away from the beach. Okay, so now we're gonna go over costs. First, we're gonna go over the Adio. The Platinum Adio, which is Ado Platino, is 1,024 pesos or roughly about $50. The regular is anywhere between 500 to 700 pesos, so roughly $25 to $35. Now, if we're comparing that to the Tren Maya, the premium experience, which we did, was 1,924 pesos, or just under $100 per person. The regular is 1,274 pesos. If you're a tourist, you'll get charged this. These prices go down if you're a Mexican citizen. But if you're a resident, they will charge you the normal tourist international rate. So the savings of Adio to Tren Maya in US dollars was $178 for two people on the Platinum Tren Maya versus $103 for two people on Adio Platino. And that did not include getting to the stations, because from Playa del Carmen to the station, it was roughly about 150 pesos. To get from Merida Teja, which is where the Tren Maya station is, it's about a 400 peso ride or a 45 peso shuttle ride that might take twice or even 3 times as long. When you're catching the Tren Maya, we asked the lady at the ticket desk what the difference was between premium and regular, and all she said is it's a little bit more space. On the website, it says that you get a box lunch. That was incorrect. On the website, it says it's more of a heightened luxury experience. If they're meaning no people on the train, then yes, you've got that. But overall, would I have done the added expense? No. Now we're gonna go over flexibility. The Adio has about 6 to 7 different schedules over the course of the day. 3 of those could be Platino, and I think 4 of them are regular. That is going from Merida to Playa del Carmen. Now, the Tren Maya only has 1. It leaves at 7 a.m. So last but not least, we're going to cover comfort. You always get what you pay for, right? So first, we're going to cover the Adio. On Adio Platino, it's 3 seats per row on the bus. On the regular, it's 4. So you do run the risk sitting next to somebody that might be a little too large for the seat. Or you may have screaming babies and things like that. You always get what you pay for. On Adio Platino, it was a luxury experience, which is what you expect when you're traveling for 4+ hours to anywhere. The seat was literally like this wide, and I'm 6'1". They're super comfortable, plush. There was a TV screen right in front. We could watch any movie we wanted. And basically, the chair reclined to almost basically lying down. Now, obviously, it's driving on Mexican roads, so it does get a little bumpy, which brings me to the Tren Maya. The Tren Maya is obviously on tracks, so therefore it's going to be a lot less bumpy. But when it comes to the seating, there was no TV screens. The seating barely reclined. Like, I mean, the seat stayed put, and then the front seat moved forward just a little bit. So overall, it was comfortable, but it was nowhere near what you're going to get on an Adio Platino experience. So if you have the chance, the next time that you're in Playa del Carmen and you're looking to travel to Merida, please take an Adio. The Mayan train is an experience. It's great to do if you're just visiting, but it probably will take you a lot longer, cost you a lot more, and it won't be as comfortable. So when it comes down to comfort, I would give it to Adio. When it comes to flexibility of the schedules, well, Adio has 6 to 7 versus 1, so that's a no-brainer. When it comes to price, you're definitely saving a lot more money when it comes to Adio. And when it comes to the location of the stations is a big one, because who wants to travel 20 minutes to the station in Playa del Carmen or 45 minutes from the station in Merida? So really, this just goes to Adio. Great job, Adio. If you like this video, please check out my other videos where I talk about Playa del Carmen and the area of Quintana Roo.